I always wanted to be a rock and roll beauty queen. Oh my God, truly a sight on the scene. Oh, yeah. Wow.
Kiss Me Deadly.
Oh God, could you imagine? Oof.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Welcome to Kyle has
Sorry, I had
something
to
in
look
his
at my
eye.
Welcome back to Cancel Your Plans.
We're so happy to be back here again.
Yeah, what a big week. We had our live show this week.
We had a huge week, yeah. We had our very successful live show on Tuesday. Sold out, crowd around the block.
Crowd around the block. Nick Kroll was fantastic.
Yeah, he was insanely good. And he was, I think, our first guest who was like, no, I love socializing no matter what, and I will always be on. He didn't really have any problems with it.
No, it was great.
And it was incredible. And it couldn't have gone better.
Yeah, it was a lovely time. And thank you to everyone who came out. That was crazy.
That was
it was really cool.
And
there were so many friends in the audience. Shout out to Lucy Blehar for
the audience participation.
She participated from the audience, and it was so funny. We had no idea she was going to do it.
It was
great.
a totally improvised bit.
Yeah, the episode should be up by now, so you'll have seen it. And she's just a star.
There's context to it, but it went so well, and it was so amazing for everyone to come out, and we're excited to have more experiences like that with our pod, because it really meant a lot to us.
It felt great. It's so different from doing it in
the studio,
in isolation of it, and it was almost like, at first it was almost too much for me to take.
Yeah.
I was like,
there were beta blockers.
There were beta blockers involved, but you feel the waves of energy there, and then you go, and then let me just sit down. I'm usually, if there's a packed house or something, I'm like, well, I'm doing a show, I can
we had
put
to
into
sit
the thing. Then we had to sit
for
down.
30 minutes and hold a microphone and just talk and sit and be in the moment. But the biggest compliment I got this week was that so many of my friends they kept wanting to go, and they wanted to add to the conversation because it felt so organic. And they felt like they were in their car listening to a podcast where you start talking to the podcast, you're in the conversation with them.
Oh my gosh.
And I went, that's exactly what it should be.
Yeah, if my life is about anything, it's making people want to talk to me.
Making people want to add to the thing that we're discussing.
Shut up.
No.
I want more.
I did have a friend who got so high that he said that he shouldn't have gotten high before the show because he wanted to laugh. He wanted to he loved every part of it, but he couldn't he couldn't form thoughts to be that's funny, but he just was locked in. But everyone else was oh my God, no, I was a part of the conversation in my brain.
Great. That's great.
Yeah.
And it was such a fun night. And I feel like the rest of the week I've been coming down from that in a really interesting way. And I still had a few other shows throughout the week, and my demeanor was so strange. I felt as if my nerves were shot, and I couldn't really take on anything else. So I felt just so spookily subdued. But it was actually kind of nice.
I had the mindset of nothing else can hurt me this week.
Yeah, you can't kill me.
Yeah, we did it. We did the impossible.
Did you cancel on anything this week?
No, I have a reverse cancel story. So a new friend came to see our live show on Tuesday, and before the live show, her and I had previous plans to get brunch on Saturday, the Saturday after the show. And after she sees the show, she texts me and goes, girl, you're gonna cancel, we're not getting brunch, just kind of doing a whole bit after seeing our live show, because she had never listened to the pod or seen the show. And I was like, no, I'm actually not going to cancel. And she's like, yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. And she thought it was she must thought it was sweet that I would cancel on her, because now she's like, oh, I can be a part of the culture.
Now she's part of the art.
She wanted to be part of the art. She was like, I'm willing to sacrifice never having a plan with you to say Mary cancel. But I was like, no, I actually really want to go. Let's hang out. And I showed up, and even to the moment we met up in front of the restaurant, she was like, I can't believe you're here. So.
How do you feel about that? It now becoming sort of your thing. I didn't like
it. I was like, fuck, Jesus Christ.
We've really painted ourselves into a corner here.
Yeah, she was obviously doing a bit, but I think a part of her was like, Mary's gonna cancel.
Yeah.
But I didn't. Mm-hmm. But yeah, what did you cancel on this week?
Well, I canceled on sending a kind of intense email.
Yeah.
This is a recurring phenomena that I think I've benefited from, where someone pulls a stunt in terms of like, I don't know, doing something that's like a kind of that I don't like, or I feel like they've wronged me or disrespected me in some specific way, be it personally or professionally, and I then start feverishly writing an email response, and then I've now started resting on it for 24 hours, and then I go back and I edit it, and I start kind of taking out more and more chunks until the email either completely disappears or withers away to one sentence, which I think is very powerful.
It is. I think therapists like suggest writing like a letter to your ex or something to like get out emotions.
Yeah, and I think ultimately like I scratch the itch of saying what I feel and what I want to get out. Yeah. And then but also it's not just in the sense of I want to take the path of least resistance. I also am a little petty in the sense that I then land on a place where I go, oh, it's actually not it's not on me to correct you on this or call you out on this unprofessional behavior. Yeah. I'm going to let you keep doing this.
Yeah, let them fumble the bag.
No, go on. Go on, because people will see and hear about how you are. And
the truth always comes out.
It's not really, unless it's someone that I actually give a shit about, it's not on me to correct them on.
Well, it's a lot of emotional energy to spend correcting people. And I think you also could say that the angry thing in much less angry words, like you can get that thought across.
Exactly.
Do you ever, when you write these emails, do you put the address in the top too, like the sender?
I do.
See, that would scare me.
I could accidentally send it.
Because God forbid you're like, you'd have like a butt dial situation.
I usually do it.
The email.
I usually do it in the notes app, but I was already like, it came in quick and hot where I was already in the email thread with them when they sent something like crazy, and I was, and I went, oh, well.
Okay, this makes sense. It was a reply.
Yeah. It was a reply to a thing. But ultimately I decided against it, and I think that like, sometimes I have the time to really get in there, but other times it's just sort of like, do you? I don't know. Be it someone who is also a comedian or entertainer, or whether they work at like a bakery or poorly manage a comedy theater. Yeah, it's fine. It's not like. In fact, I would way rather watch you continue to do a bad job and sleep soundly knowing that I don't have to engage with you anymore. Yeah. So that's sort of what I canceled on this week, where I went, well,
I love our
best of luck with that.
Our cancellations are kind of like meta. Like they're giving like, ugh.
I've just been too tired to actually cancel on like any real things. I
haven't really made a ton of plans outside of our live show because it was so intense and we had to really like be there.
But there's light at the end of the tunnel now. I feel like I'm home free for the summer, and baby, I'm going to be canceling on lots of stuff.
Yeah, just you wait.
Well, we got a great motorcycle. We have a great show today. Tammy Brown is here. We're very excited, and stick around. Thanks for coming back.
Yeah.
Today's guest is an artist and entertainer whose contributions to culture cannot be encapsulated in a mere podcast intro. You've seen her on TV, in the pictures, in the magazines, and on stage all around the world. And now she's here today, and let me tell you something. Those aren't ice cream cones in that bag, and they aren't melted. Now march upstairs and go to bed because she paid for your denim jeans. Please welcome to Cancel Your Plans, Tammy Brown.
Woo!
Tammy, thank you so much for being here.
Tammy.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all for having me.
This is incredible.
Yeah, we're thrilled. We're excited. And thank you for not canceling on being here.
Why? Who would cancel?
A lot of people.
A lot of people.
They're pathetic.
Yeah,
agreed.
Well, people are just pathetic. I mean, people shit in their food and eat it. That's the climate these days.
Yeah.
Or should I say excrement?
Yeah, I think I like shit because it
defecate. They defecate in their plate.
Yeah, defecate in their plate. Oh, I like that.
Anything for a view, really.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, why not? Have you seen those mukbang videos?
I don't know what that is.
Those are the videos where people sit down in front of a camera and eat too much food, and they'll have like a huge mountain of, I don't know, noodles or something, and they'll just, it's like full face of makeup, and they'll have like acrylic nails or something, and they'll just, and
it's ASMR, like you can hear them.
Yeah.
So if you don't have
Asmir.
Yeah, Asmir. It's an Asmir.
It's an Asmir. So the show is called Cancel Your Plans. And we started this because the two of us have a tendency to cancel on social obligations because we're kind of homebodies. Do you relate to that at all? Or are you someone who says yes to social plans?
Isn't that called agoraphobic, perhaps?
Yeah.
I would say I veer on agoraphobia sometimes.
In another
yes.
life, sure. I'm not quite, I'm on Zoloft, thank God. But in another life, things could, those scales could tip and I could just say, I'm not leaving.
I say you should get out there and do things.
Yeah.
You know, problem sitting at home just receiving your Amazon packages is one thing.
Yeah.
I do prefer eBay, though.
Yeah.
eBay is great. You can find so many good things.
eBay pisses me off sometimes. I don't think it's that user friendly. I think they could make it easier on us.
Well, I don't have a problem with what I buy.
Yeah. maybe it's the people. Maybe it's the sellers.
Well, maybe it's just
I'm interested in
a glitch in your system.
Yeah, it could be.
And if y'all want to get out of your house and carry around little gay flags, parade them about, I think it's very important to do that.
Yeah.
Visibility is very important these days. I know you're probably an ally.
Oh, very much
I
so.
can tell.
Yeah, you could look. You looked me in the eye and you said, "She's safe."
Gosh.
So you do enjoy going out?
I'll tell you what I'm afraid of is being shot down at any time.
Yes. No, that is a very real fear.
No one's going to do anything about it.
Yeah,
For
that's very real. Yeah, that's led to me not wanting to go to like movie theaters sometimes on like an
Oh my
opening night.
God.
It could happen on a freeway, honey.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. The other day, a friend told me that they saw a road rage incident where someone had a bat in their trunk and just took the bat out and was gonna like smash the guy's car.
It reminds me of that horror film, you know.
With all of them?
What is this one? Stephen
What's the
King's
bat?
Silver Bullet.
Oh,
And they got that bat, and,
yes.
and then the werewolf takes the bat. And
Stephen King. Do you like Stephen King books?
I love it.
My parents have a house in Maine that's like an hour from where he like has his house, and it has his gate has like bats and like
Oh, cool.
gargoyles.
Like Tim Burton.
His home looks like a Tim Burton like film. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to have a sprawling, spooky estate.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the idea of having a. Speaking of Tim Burton, you ever see the Batman Returns, like the miniatures that they use for like these big.
Kyle
spooky
quotes
gothic.
Batman Returns a lot.
I talk about it too much, but they have these really intricate miniatures of these homes. But as a kid, I was like, I thought they were real, so I was just disappointed to see that people don't live in places like that. But I feel like it's a personal mission to have a really spooky gate. I don't know.
Spooky
Very
gate.
cool. And Stephen King earned that right for sure.
Would you ever do something like that? Would you ever craft an experience that's leading up to your home?
I think my home is an experience.
Oh yeah.
Oh, tell
What's
us
your
about
home
it.
like? What's it like?
It's in my heart.
Oh, so it goes wherever you are.
Yeah.
You better believe it.
No matter you go, no
On
matter
the
where you
road
go.
to nowhere.
Yeah, there you are.
On this highway of fire.
Yeah. Amen.
Possessed by gasoline, right?
Yeah.
Possessed by gasoline.
Possessed by gasoline.
Yeah.
Sort of like Mad Max.
Speaking of gasoline and rocket ships and all that stuff, and Elon Musk, I'm insulted though and you like Batman and all this. Well, my favorite is, Jack Nicholson as the Joker. Now that's an insult. They've been using a lot of those images of Jack Nicholson, the Joker of Jack Nicholson as, for Elon Musk with giving the money out and all that stuff. The millions. Yes, and I'm like, what an insult to the product.
Leave him out of
Yeah,
it.
that was an art piece, and why are we? Yeah.
And how does Jack Nicholson feel?
Probably not good.
Probably
You
not
know what
great
I
about
mean?
it.
He's coming on our pod next
Is he?
weekend. Yeah.
Oh, you're so lucky.
I know.
I'll sit in the corner and watch.
Yeah.
I want to be in a jacuzzi with Jack Nicholson. Do you ever see the pictures of him with like a sandwich in the ocean?
No.
He's just hanging out
What
on
kind
like
of
a yacht.
sandwich? Like,
I don't know,
is
just
it
like a big
a
hoagie.
sub?
But he just
Oh.
seems like he's really enjoying his retirement. I'm sure these pictures are now like 15, 20 years
Yeah.
old, but he's just hanging out.
He's my favorite.
He's so great.
He was recently at the SNL 50 anniversary.
Yes.
Oh yeah. That looked like a good time.
What event would you want to go with Jack Nicholson? What would be your ideal hang with him?
I would just have a conversation.
Just to sit and talk.
That's all. Conversation about the business and conversation. Oh, something like that. He's my favorite, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
He is pretty wonderful.
the way he gets into it. And his interpretation of the Joker, that was everything for me.
Yeah. Is that your favorite movie he's been in, or?
Not my favorite movie he's been in, but it's just I just like the Joker and his character. The queerness of it is so much fun.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
This town needs an enema.
That's right. Uh-huh.
That reveal of him, really, I had nightmares about it as a kid, because it's such a slow pull into him stepping out. He's stepping out of like the darkness and the prosthetics in the face, and it ruined my my night. But now I love it so much. It's just, he's so good in it. He's fantastic.
What's the Batman where the Ivy is in
Poison
it?
Ivy.
Poison Ivy.
Uma Thurman.
And who filmed that one?
Joel Schumacher.
That's right. And they say he ruined Batman. But I have met that queer. He's
Really?
deceased now. He croaked.
He croaked.
Met him once
They
upon a
said
time.
he
What was he
ruined
like?
it.
Because of the campiness.
He dared to make it fun. It was just a new
But
version of the 60s
Poison
show that
Ivy
he
is
did.
in my brain, burned in my brain forever as like, what's the sexiest possible situation?
So good.
So it didn't ruin it for you.
No, it was, to me, it was like as a kid, it was like
Well, Ally.
hottest thing. But I remember she was like, had the like weeds growing out of the ivy. Oh, it was
What do
incredible.
you think about people that think that the penguin was the hottest thing?
I think if that's their thing, then that's, that's
Fishy fingers.
Fishy fingers.
And that little like.
Joel Schumacher. What was Joel Schumacher like?
He was very nice.
Yeah.
It's for MTV, going out to vote or something like that. And they said, Tammy, you have the best non sequiturs. Even then, you see, pre-drag race.
Yeah. You still had the best non sequiturs.
Always have.
Yeah.
What is that?
And so.
And so.
There you have it.
There you have it.
The Lost Boys.
The vampires.
Yeah. Oh, so good. Alex Winter's jacket in that movie. I think about that jacket a lot.
Kiefer Sutherland, I used to have a crush on him.
He had that whole scandal with Julia Roberts.
Well, they were living together, weren't they?
Yeah, they
were
like
practically married, weren't they?
they were supposed to, but then didn't she run away from the
With
wedding?
Lyle Lovett? Just kidding. In fact, but I do like Lyle Lovett. I love Lyle Lovett. If I had a pony, I'd ride him out on the ocean. Me upon my pony, upon my boat. And the Lights of L.A. County? What a brilliant song.
That's beautiful. That's making me emotional.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did you sit at the kitchen table and cry? Good for you. It's good to have a cry.
It is.
I've had cries on planes.
I cry on planes.
Yeah.
I cry on planes.
Yeah.
The movie could be mildly emotional and I will just lose it. What is it?
So picture this. As you're flying down to Mexico to Guadalajara, 1992, there was a boy down the street. He looked like Kiefer Sutherland, so I would hang out with him.
Did he make
How
you cry?
about that? No.
Okay, good.
Picture that. That's all I wanted to say.
That's beautiful.
So y'all are fans of the Browns, I take it?
Yeah, love the Browns.
Yeah?
Yeah. Big fan of the Browns. I mean, I'm a big fan of your appearances on the Kelly Mantle Show.
Have you had Kelly on yet? I was
Not
gonna
yet.
recommend her.
No,
we're
we're
really-
very much so wanting Kelly.
Yeah.
I often listen to the Kelly Mantle Show like before we come in because it relaxes me and makes me feel like you can have a conversation slowly and methodically, and it's still.
Well, we have those kind of voices, her and I. EMSR?
Yes.
Yep.
Asmir?
You've got voices for Asmir.
Yeah, put a chauffeur to sleepy once on the freeway. Poor thing.
You went off the
I was
rails.
driving. I thought, God, we were in traffic though. Thank God it.
She really takes you on a journey. The show itself is really just, it's soothing.
Kelly Mantles.
Yeah, Kelly. Kelly's Mantles.
Kelly Mantles.
Even like the sound bath of it too. I'll be sitting there doing dishes, and she'll be really monologuing, and then the sound bowl will go off, and I'll then go back into my trance of.
Yeah, it's hypnotic.
It's
Hypnotic.
And I love the purple. Like
purple.
Purple's
Big
my
fan of
favorite
purple.
color.
Okay, you liked that dinosaur Barney? Good
Oh,
for
I
you.
did love. He
Good
came
for
to
you.
my 4th birthday.
Good for you.
Did you? It sounds like you have an opinion about Barney.
Yeah, let's hear.
You know, I'm not going to say anything mean about anything. I just did to you. That's enough.
That's,
Yeah,
you know what?
that's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
You know,
Have you met Barney?
I don't have to like everything. I've met Santa Claus once or twice. Have you?
No.
You never went to meet Santa Claus?
No, I did, but it wasn't Santa.
No.
I know it wasn't him.
You were suspicious of the whole
Yeah,
thing.
it wasn't him. But I love that you have met him.
It was an imposter.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. There you have it. You think those are imposters at every mall across the globe?
Yeah.
Shame on
How
you.
could he
Shame
get?
on you.
How
You're
could,
foolish.
How could he get to every
Like that.
single mall?
Because he's magic.
Yeah, true.
And but there's imposters out there.
Yeah.
They have those strap beards.
Yeah. They call them the helpers.
Helpers.
They call them the helpers.
And you could never know if that could be a gobbleganger.
A doppelganger.
Mm-hmm.
You know the scene in A Christmas Story
Mm-hmm.
where they meet Santa?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's like really scary, and he's like, "You're gonna shoot your eye out." Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, of course, yes.
That to me is scary. Like that is what meaning Santa imposter is. I don't like that.
Really?
Yeah, it's okay.
Or about Santa, he got caught in the chimney.
And then they found him weeks later.
Gremlins.
Oh.
Or the Santa street killer.
I love a spooky Catholic Christmas. There's something about the pageantry of, maybe it's again with the gargoyles and sort of the haunted cathedral of it all. But I love the candles. I love the stained glass. I love a cold winter's night.
With
Something about that.
The
Holding a
hat
lantern.
and the lantern. How do you feel about
Well, you
Christmas?
won't be going to Australia for Christmas like that. It's hot.
I know. It's summertime. Their Christmas
Summertime.
is in summertime.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that.
You don't like that?
It just throws me off. I'm like, what do you mean they have
Well, it's
summer?
not for you to like. You don't live there. Don't
Yeah.
judge them.
You seem really
I judge
tied.
them. I judge them.
Well, you know, Australia is my biggest market, my favorite market.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Do you do tours there a
I've
lot?
been all over
Wow.
4 times already, and we're campaigning to go again.
Cool.
And I want all the songs to pop off there.
Yeah.
Get some bangers so I can tour them all over. All the big cities.
Yeah.
Sydney, Brisbane, Perth.
Melbourne.
Melbourne. I love Melbourne. That's my favorite.
Really?
Yes, it is.
I've never been to Australia.
Same.
I'm not a great flyer, so I would really have to like.
We can
I want to go. I just.
cry the whole way there.
That's true, and I actually really
15
yeah.
hours of tears.
Yeah. Is it 15 hours from LA?
It can be, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a long flight.
Mhm. Do you listen to my music?
Yeah. I've seen you live before.
Where?
I saw you at Mickey's
Oh, at
when
Mickey's.
I first moved here.
Okay.
And it was such a fun time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And just Mickey's? You haven't come to one of the concerts?
I haven't come to any of the concerts.
We're having
no.
one May 16th, actually.
Where is it?
It's going to be out in the Valley.
Okay, we'll
I
come.
think in the Valley. North Hollywood, actually. Club Cobra.
Club Cobra.
Cobra.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's incredible. Can you speak on your music? Like, what made you want to branch into that? You do so many art forms.
Mm-hmm.
So why music? Like, do you just genuinely like singing and being it and creating, or was it part of the comedy of it all? Like, what?
No, but comedy and music work well together.
They really do.
We know that. SNL and whatnot. I mean,
Yeah.
But the music, I always wanted to be a rock and roll beauty queen. Oh my
Uh-huh.
God, truly a sight on the scene. Ow,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Ow.
Kiss Me Deadly.
Oh God, could you imagine?
Ah,
Oof.
Yeah.
And then just realizing that's not my path. I'm a drag queen, and drag queens get pigeonholed.
Yeah.
And but I wanted to make fun music as well, and I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And then I can write my own music. I write my own lyrics, and then I have people that I work with, and they
That
do.
transpose it.
And then
Yeah.
there's John Mark. I've been working with him. We wrote a song too, a comedy song actually.
Really?
Hopefully we can release it soon. You listen, John Mark? Great.
Yeah.
Now, that's called Daddy Issues, and it was
Okay.
from the Browns. It's
Okay.
a cute little medley, not a medley, it's an actual song.
Is it a ballad? Like about?
Kind of has a little Euro pop feel to it.
Mm-hmm. We have a good friend who created a Europop band with her brother.
Nice.
And they pretend to be from Liverpool,
Nice.
and they put on characters, and
Yeah.
it's
they're
incredible.
fully touring now. It's
Yeah.
like it's really
I believe it.
spectacular.
and it was like comedy and music went like this, but now it's like, oh, this isn't even funny. This is just fucking good, and I want to dance to it and like go to their concerts are incredible.
Really fun stuff.
Yeah.
Kelly Mantles and I were in a group together called the Rolls Royces for a minute, but you can read about that in the, the Wikipedia page.
Uh-huh.
We also, Kelly actually does want to push the show that her and I will go on the road with her show.
Oh, nice.
The
Oh,
podcast.
touring the podcast live.
Mhm.
Yeah, because you've been on most episodes. You're on a lot of episodes of the
That's-
Kelly Mantle.
And that's her goal.
Yeah.
That's why I'm on there. Let it be known.
Okay.
We want to become billionaires.
Yeah, as you should.
If you can't beat them, join them, even if it's to their demise. I'll get myself one of those little, jet airplanes.
Yeah.
Fly around.
One of the big yachts that they take apart bridges for. Do you see that?
Best day of your life is buying a boat. The worst day is having a boat.
Yeah, I have heard that.
Something to the effect of that, right?
Yeah, so you don't want to take a boat for your tour. Let's get you a jet.
What if it capsizes?
Oh.
I can't swim that long.
Yeah. Well,
laying out there in the water with the blisters and the sun. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Big hands.
Do you mess with the ocean? Do you like the ocean?
I love the water.
Yeah. The ocean frightens me.
Really?
Yeah, it's the unknown.
Yes.
Of it all.
I love the ocean too. I think it's very healing, but it does scare me too. I don't like I respect the animals in there, and I'm like, this is your space, not mine. So if you bite me or something, it's like, what can I do?
Stingray, don't step on it.
Don't you do the stingray shuffle?
There you go. She knows.
What's the stingray shuffle?
Yeah, it's where you shuffle your feet in the sand
like this.
So it kind of tells them like, hey, I'm walking here, and they they fly out so you don't step on them.
So speaking of being out, in the water out there, Provincetown, Massachusetts, where I'll be this summer, starting June 18th through September 14th.
Doing a residency there?
Doing my residency. I do it every year at the Red Room.
That's incredible.
We'll be releasing the new single, Ethereal. Well, the Ethereal is being actually released today, this Sunday. It was Sunday, y'all, if y'all don't know.
It's Sunday.
She got drunk last night, told me all about it.
The day of the Lord.
Hey, it is the Sabbath, right?
It is.
Or is that Saturday? But anyway, so back to Ethereal. I'll be doing that in Provincetown, Massachusetts. I got to promote my stuff. That's what we're here to do.
No, exactly.
I'm on a promotional
Please.
tour in Los Angeles.
Not enough of our guests.
Can you tell us about Ethereal? Like, what was?
It's a feeling. It's an emotion.
Yeah.
I
think I'm falling, and I need to let you know.
Yeah.
I'm feeling so ethereal. Oh, baby.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
What was the inspiration?
Bulgarians.
Okay.
Bulgarians.
Just as a concept or as a people?
I love Bulgarians.
Yeah?
Oh, God,
what do you love about
best.
Bulgarians?
They're the most direct lovers I've ever had.
Oh.
God.
A Bulgarian once said I was fresca.
Fresca.
Which I
don't... Like a painting?
Yeah. And I never
like the
knew
seltzer?
what it meant.
Well,
but I loved it. So I like Bulgarians too.
See, there you go. We have something in common.
Finally.
Kartofi is how you say potato in Bulgarian.
Kartofi?
Kartofi.
Nice.
Do you often source inspiration from the people in your life?
Yeah, always. I think that's always been a natural thing to, do that. Do you? I have muses.
Yeah?
I have muses. Right now I have Sami, Itami. And then I have Miss Monica going for it one more time. She's another muse.
Okay.
I've had #Gay Gibson. She was the amputee. If you scroll down.
Yes, I feel like you've talked about her before.
You've seen her?
Yeah.
You've never seen her?
And I've never seen her, but I heard you talk about her.
Okay, well, why don't you scroll down my Instagram, Planet Tammy, go all the way down, and you can see some videos of her. We've done several.
She hasn't passed away,
She
right?
croaked a little while ago.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought she passed.
She croaked in 2018. In fact, I was in Melbourne, Australia when she croaked.
Oh.
I'm sorry to hear
It's okay. Gotta die sometimes.
Yeah.
It's true.
She's doing fine.
She doesn't believe in heaven, and neither do I.
Yeah. So she's somewhere maybe.
Well, she could, if they already used the body, but she's in her body for science. So.
Oh, cool. That's great. That's incredible.
Body in a bag.
Is that what you want to do?
Huh?
Send your
do
body
I
to
want to
science?
do? I want to get waxed.
Like a wax figure.
I want to be
or your hair
have my
removed.
body waxed.
Okay.
Okay.
Where they wax your body and they leave you in a glass container like Evita.
Yes.
And everybody can walk by the Fulton, the Fulton. They're on Myrtle Street in Fulton, Texas. They can walk through and go see my body at the Fulton.
Lying down
cemetery.
or propped up.
Oh. Like Snow White?
Like Evita.
Evita. Yeah.
Did I seem enraged when I responded like that? Evita.
Evita, I already said it. Listen.
No, they're not voodoo dolls.
Yeah.
They're rag queens. And no, they're not racist because they're singing, give me a break.
Yeah.
I really need to get my hands on some rag queens.
Rag queens?
Yes. Where can people purchase a rag queen?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you can't purchase them till I'm selling them exclusively on Instagram.
Great.
You're not doing it on eBay?
No, I don't sell them on eBay. They sell automatically on Instagram.
I mean, that's great.
People even sign up on Instagram you hear that, Meta? Just so they can do business with me. Do business with me.
Yeah.
Do business with me. Say things in 3.
Will you have the rag dolls at
Rag Queens.
Rag Queens, sorry.
With a Z.
with a Z. Will you have them on tour? Like, will you be selling them at merch?
I will start making them when I'm back in Provincetown, Massachusetts. At the end of the summer, we'll start again on that, collecting them, and then start distributing them again. And I'll finish off the long and tall collection, which I'm currently working on. Yes, I said long and tall collection. They're wearing suspenders.
Their pants might fall down if they don't have them on.
Well, they're long and tall.
It's more of a fashion statement.
Okay.
It's not for utility.
They're not active. They're just sort of, they're posed.
Some of them, their arms move, some don't.
Oh.
They're soft sculptures.
Yes.
Each one is individually handcrafted with love using my previously worn designer nylons for all you kinky cats and kittens out there. Brrr. And then I was thinking down the street is actually where I got some of the ideas for the rag queens, because there used to be a store called Sheen here on Melrose. We're on Melrose, everybody, if you want to stalk us in space. But it was a store down there called Sheen, and it was a boutique, really cute, and I used to go there and socialize, and they were real welcoming to me in the early 2000s when I first started my career out here, because I used to pound the pavement, make appearances and stuff.
Yeah.
Gotta do it.
You gotta get
Melrose
out
has
there.
got pretty quiet. I feel like LA, like in general, it's post-pandemic, it's been a really tough time for there to be like fun places to wander into. They're still there. There's still plenty of businesses on Melrose that are fun and cool. Visit them.
West Hollywood's changed so much too.
Yeah.
I said, well, okay, WeHo is the lingo,
WeHo.
TJ, that's Tijuana. OC, Orange County. Open the curtain. They don't like that sometimes. Oh, God. That was a big boo one night.
We have a game that we like to play on this pod.
It's not a dangerous game or anything.
Yeah, it's a very safe,
most
easy
dangerous game. No one will be hunted for sport.
And I think you're going to be incredible at it.
Okay. So this game is called Bail or Nail. In that we're gonna rapid fire list a bunch of events or social obligations, and you're gonna say bail in that you wouldn't go to that, or nail in that I'm absolutely there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Mary, would you
Do
like
want me to start?
Yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
Pool parties.
What about pool parties?
Would you
They're
go?
nice. I think people should take a shower before they get in the pool instead of getting in there with their dirty heinies and whatever else.
Agreed. That's boy soup.
Boy soup. My God.
So bail on pool parties?
No, I said I like pool parties.
So you nail. Okay.
Nail.
You can get a little floaty pool for all I care,
Yeah.
or one of those little backyard pools.
Yeah.
How many
Above
friends
ground.
would you allow into a little floaty pool?
How many want to get in there as long as they're cleaned off?
Pedicures.
Pedicures. Hey, they're nice.
Yeah.
I've given some pedicures.
Oh, you've given them.
And most men are into foot fetishes anyways.
Yeah.
My
It's true.
baby, he has a foot fetish. That's why I was eating my Biotine. That's what I like to say.
Biotine.
Did you get it in a gummy?
I liked the gummies.
Yeah. I like the little sugar coating on them. They'll
does
just eat too
your
much.
man want you to have long toenails?
Oh, I have a man who has long toenails.
Yeah.
They need to be clipped.
Scratch the back of your throat.
Yeah, you're
That's a
in bed,
fact.
get a little scratch.
Oh, that they said they scratch their lips.
Well, yeah, maybe if it's too
Yeah.
long.
And never kiss anybody who bites their fingernails. You get splinters.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
We
Let it be known.
we wouldn't kiss. I bite my fingernails.
Oh, fuck.
You're not a good ally.
Some
then.
people never
Yeah.
kiss.
I know.
Some relationships they never kiss.
Okay, pet adoption fairs.
Pet adoption fairs. Good for them. Whatever it takes. I don't like misbehaved animals. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Or misbehaved children either. I became too much. It became too much, I should say. Too much. The dog jumping on the table while we're eating. What the hell?
I agree.
And then I said, no, he cannot be on here. Don't you touch my dog like that.
Uh-huh.
Okay, wow.
Why are we bringing dogs into the
A
into the
massive
restaurant,
golden
into the brunch?
retriever was at a restaurant yesterday and was knocking things over. And I went, really?
That's
do we
not
have?
right.
Yeah. Do we
Yeah.
have to have this massive golden retriever here?
No to animals, no to kids. That's the
Yeah.
showbiz rule. No, never work with children or animals.
Oh, well, of course, then you don't want to be caught being a molester or an abuser. Abuser
Those
and a
those
molester.
dogs never asked for that.
Or what is that other one they do? Bestiality.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Woo, 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 woo. Who let the dogs out? You know what I mean? And then there's the fetish where they like to let the cats lick on their dingalings.
Oh yeah.
And their vaginas. Some ladies.
You,
Insanity.
They
yeah.
put a little cream
yeah,
on there.
you put peanut butter.
Oh, Lord have mercy. No more of that, please.
No
Yeah.
more.
I can't believe I haven't brought that up.
No, it's
I was
okay.
actually just making it up, but it's true. See, I know fetishes.
You do. See that Despite what people are saying, you know them.
And people need to, I think that it's important to tell people to not do that. Because otherwise, where does the knowledge go?
Well, what about Hugh Hefner up there, making that girl suck that little doggy's lollipop?
Yeah, Hugh
Wait.
Hefner did that a lot.
Yeah.
He was into
often?
He almost every
one time is enough. It doesn't even need to be often. I don't know why I said often.
There's a lot of things that are horrible on this planet, and this is not a PG-13 show, I should hope.
It is.
Hashtag not grooming. What's the next question?
Prison riot.
I would never want to go to prison, so nay.
Okay.
I don't want them to get they get abused either way. I feel bad for them.
Okay, a Christmas Eve soiree.
Oh, they're always fun. Those are always fun. Maybe open up a bunch of gifts that night. Oh, God, so many gifts.
It feels like a classy occasion that there are very few occasions where I'd want to wear a turtleneck to, but I feel like a Christmas Eve soiree would be that. It feels appropriate.
Yeah.
I don't know. A book launch for a celebrity memoir.
Well, those are always fun.
Yeah. I've never been to one, but it always seems like it would be fun to see the person in person, and then the pageantry of someone sitting behind a table with a big stack of books and signing. I feel like I would love to.
Have you written a book?
Not yet, but we have stuff working.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think
we have a lot going. There'll be several books. There'll be a cookbook. There'll be my life and what is it? Just I was gonna be Polaroids, but I'm no longer gonna do that. It's a concept book, but it's be my life in instant photos. And I've been collecting instant photos from people that when they take photos with me.
Yeah.
At a fanfare or something, I say, okay, well, I'll have one as well. Keep it as a memory for this inauspicious moment.
Oh.
And that'll be like a book that you can have, just a collection of all of the
photos. I even have one with celebrities. I do have Tammy Faye Baker, the famous photo of me and her together.
Wow.
That was on the Surreal Life, my first walk on in Hollywood, by the way.
Yes.
Okay, next question.
Search party for a missing child.
Would I join one? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. As long as there's not a landmine.
Amen.
I say good luck if there's a landmine. She probably blew up. We just didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Everyone disperse. Try and find the pieces.
Jeez Louise.
Testifying in court.
Testifying in court? Well, you would have to.
Good point. There's not a choice.
There's no loophole there.
Yeah.
Okay, a Tupperware party.
Tupperware oxidizes, and falls apart. And that's like all the trolls that fall apart. But there's mushrooms that can eat through that oxidized plastic. I don't see why plastic isn't, turned into, gasoline, because it is also oil. It is
petroleum.
Petrol.
Yeah.
So I don't know why it's not turned back into gasoline.
Well, maybe it's the powers that be.
Oh, Coca-Cola, come on, get these water bottles. Let's get them out of there. We were raised on country sunshine, happy with the simple things. Saturday night dance, picture show, and I just love Dottie West.
Cruise ships.
I love that.
Cruise ships. And that's a big nay. But it's not the Titanic days anymore. It's not 1950. We're not going to take an ocean liner and go across to this one or that one. Now it's just kind of different, and all the shipping and everything is really detrimental to the environment. It knocks out whales. I mean, we do have crater ships out there and all that other stuff. They knock whales in the head as well.
Oh, can I ask you a question? I reached out to a few friends and I was like, Tammie's coming. Do you have anything that you want me to ask her? And one friend had a question that I thought was really interesting. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget it. She wanted to know.
I do.
You do.
What do you like about modern show business today? And what are some things that you think should sort of go away?
Modern day show business.
Yeah, because I feel like you're inspired by a lot of classic films, and
I would think
a lot of that stuff's sort of kind of gone by the wayside. And I'm just curious about what things you're like, bring that back.
Well, I think it's important to have a discipline in the business. I think that things like you said, you decorate your sets and everything. I think that's an aesthetic is very important. I don't think there's much aesthetic to anybody now. A lot.
Yeah.
Style has gone out. Style and aesthetic is completely gone. But you just got to be able to go with the flow. That's what you do. I mean, it is show business, and you have to think those people were pioneers. So you just have to be a pioneer yourself and create it. That it hasn't been around that long, cinema anyways. But I do think it should be more in theatrics and more, an act. It's an act, and should be stylized,
Yeah.
That's one thing. And then, I would work for the American mob as an entertainer any day. because they'll take care of you.
Yeah.
They're going to make sure your rooms are full because you're going to be selling those cocktails for them, baby. And they're going to put you in a suite and take care of everybody around you. And the food's going to be so good. Oh, and you're going to be protected. I love it.
Yeah.
I would love a big fur coat from the mob.
A vintage one?
Yeah, a big fur coat, and then they say it's a packed house out there, and then they put a necklace around my neck and they go, here you go.
A gold chain.
Keep doing what you're doing, kid.
Or how about a solitaire diamond?
Ooh.
Oh.
A nice. Well, now they probably invested in the diamond making business, so they probably have one of those lab ones.
Oh yeah,
I'm
lab
sure.
grown.
I think this is a fantastic thing.
Well, yeah. How do we get you involved? How do we get the American Mob booking for you? We need this now, I think.
More than ever.
Because
now
it just
that
sounds.
Elon Musk is around, maybe we can have them clobber him.
Yes.
Right. Break his legs.
I keep thinking
Or what
that.
about Margie Taylor Greene?
Ugh.
You know, I talked about her the other day, and I'll keep talking about her all the time because it's fair to talk about someone who talks about others.
Exactly. Clip that.
Clip it. We also have some listener mail real quick.
Yeah, where people write in to
People
ask
write
you
in.
for advice.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm good with that. I'm just not a counselor. But I do help people out.
Yeah,
all the
I feel
time.
like you've helped people out, right?
Yeah.
In your past, you volunteer and you
always
work with children, and
before the big one hit.
Yeah, exactly.
COVID.
Okay. My fiance's sister told us she couldn't come to our gay wedding anymore because out of nowhere, she now believes that marriage should be between a man and a woman. How should we get back at her? Should we just cut her out of our lives? No one else in my fiance's family is homophobic. What should we do?
Well, you see, in the Navajo, which their real name is Dene, in the Dene creation story, the men went on one side and the women went on the other. But the two-spirit person, if we can call it that, a queer personality, brought told the men and the women, it says, look, our tribe's not going to carry on if you don't get back together. So the Natale is what they call them, got the group back together. So in the creation story of the straight people, there's queers.
Wow.
So do your real American history. Okay? What's her name? Don't even tell me their name. We don't want them to come for you because I have queer power.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And get your little gay flags and twirl them all over and hand them out, and a little tranny flag, the transsexual flag. And I like the new flag, by the way, has all the colors in one. It's a lot better than that goddamn rainbow. Makes me sick. Not that I have a problem with the Wizard of Oz or anything.
No, but it's overused. And Target took a hold of it.
Oh, and Target, you know what they're doing these days?
Ugh.
She's probably real happy that they're not selling gay stuff at Target anymore.
Yeah, they just stopped that.
And
But they're bombing. They're not doing well.
No.
Which is great.
Everybody's boycotting them because they're getting rid of the what is it called?
DEI.
DEI.
Initiatives,
DEI.
Yeah.
In regard to your family, though, who the family that you say is not homophobic, so it kind of feels like it came out of nowhere. I would say maybe this is an opportunity for them to step up for you and kind of correct this person. I don't think it's your job to, if they're as not homophobic as they claim to be, I think that they can either have this person fall in line or just, I don't know, let her keep it pushing. But I'm sorry that happened. That sucks. It's unfair.
Yeah, I would cut that sibling out. That's horrible.
Yeah.
I don't think that's forgivable.
Thank you for writing, though. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your wedding.
Yes.
Your impending nuptials.
And your big gay wedding. I hope it's incredible. We're actually going to be sending some money your way.
Well, we'll send you thousands of dollars.
Thousands of dollars.
Thousands of dollars.
Thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Why not $1 billion?
You're right.
Yeah, you're right. You're so right.
We'll send you $1 billion.
We're hoarding cash. We're hoarding wealth. We shouldn't do that.
As evidenced by this very expensive
You're a hoarder?
backdrop.
Of wealth.
Oh, well, good for
Nothing
you.
else.
Everything was dreamed up.
Just money.
Live it.
Well, Tammie, this has been incredible having you here. We're so thrilled.
It's an honor.
It's an honor to have you here.
It is.
It is. Don't giggle.
I was having this, what do they call them, unwanted thoughts?
What was the unwanted thought?
Intrusive thoughts?
Oh, the intrusive thought. What did you want to do just
Tell
then?
us your intrusive thought.
I said unwanted.
Oh.
You said intrusive.
You're right. And you know what? You're right.
Exactly what I was thinking.
What was the unwanted thought, though?
Well, I could say
Yeah,
it was really lovely being here.
Oh.
It was lovely having you.
Ding.
Ding. Ah, someone's a pro.